Okay, folks, today's kind of a leftover day. So we had some chicken left over. It was, my shake, the way I make shake and bake, I made that. And we had about two big, large pieces of thigh and leg left over. So we went ahead and, I went ahead and took the skins off and shredded that. So I think we're going to do with that, I was going to do peanut chicken, but today we're going to do chicken and biscuit. Quick and easy. Some leftover leftover onions I had from the other day. I got some frozen celery, cream of chicken. So let's get to it. First I'm going to add almost a half a stick of butter. That's about three and a half tablespoons of butter. And let's see if I can find I do want a little bit of bacon flavor, so I think I'm going to add a little bit of bacon grease. It's my leftover bacon grease that I store. So we'll do a little bit of that just to give it kind of a bacon flavor. Oh, that banging drives me nuts. Okay, so let's put this somewhere. Now we're going to get this melted up. And what I'm going to do is I cut up some onions the other day, and I took probably about 3 or 4 onions and cut them up and used a little bit out of them. So we're going to add a little bit of onions to this. Now if you guys don't like onions, don't add it to it, but the kids do and I do. We're going to do that. They're just diced up, some of them are. Okay, so that's all we really need for that. I still got some leftover onions for another day. I'm also going to add, I got frozen celery here that I froze up. I'm going to add a little bit of that. It'll all cook down. It's froze, but... Okay. And we're going to add, there it is, a can of cream. So I went through in my pantry and I seen some soups that needed used up. So I'm trying to get things used up here so I can buy new. So I got this can of cream of mushroom soup expires, let's look here, 2 of 20. So next year, about February of next year. So I want to get it used up. Usually canned goods stay good for a while, even after the expiration date, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it. Okay, well, there's that. Then I'm going to take another can of cream of chicken soup. If I called it cream of mushroom, I'm sorry. We don't use a whole lot of cream of chicken because I usually make a roux and do it that way, so I don't really use a whole lot of, that's a different brand of cream of chicken, and I want to use them up by there. So this one expires 5. I'm going to add a can of cream of celery. It's going to be like almost like a celery dish, huh? So I apologize if my hand's in the way. Usually you can pop them right out. You know, open it up and then it falls right out. So, my cream of mushroom I'm saving for next month for the green bean casserole. Okay, so I've got a can of, these are a lot of cans here, huh? This will make a 9x13. I'm just going to do it right in this dish. We're going to add a can of, this is a Kroger brand, cream of potato. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. And I've got some homemade chicken broth. You can use chicken stock if you have it. I have chicken stock in my pantry, but I did want to use the broth up. So, okay, and then let me give this a little whisk. Okay, get a little bit more in here. So I'm adding probably about a cup and a half for now. We might need some later. We don't know. And I probably will use a little bit more butter. So let's get this mixed up. I'm going to get this mixed up and I'll be right back. Okay, I added about a quarter cup of mixed vegetables. And I have some leftover peas from the other night. I'm just adding that to it. If you don't like peas and you don't like vegetables, don't put it in there. Put mushrooms in if you like it. Normally I add mushrooms to my original chicken and biscuits, the one I make with a roux and stock and flour. And okay, so I'm going to add the rest of this. It's about a quarter of a cup of broth. So I had 2 cups total. We're going to get this all in my other recipe. I add poultry seasoning, about a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of thyme to this one. I'm not going to add no poultry seasoning, but you can if you want. I'm going to add a little bit of, I don't like adding salt to this, so I'm going to add, because of the cans, I'm going to add some garlic powder. That was probably a half teaspoon. I have some chicken seasoning. I'm going to add, you don't have to add the chicken seasoning. I'm doing it because I have a lot of it. I have probably a quarter of a teaspoon. Okay. And we're going to get this all mixed up. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper. Just enough to say, hey, they can add pepper if they want. Okay, now I'm going to add 3/4 of a can of whole milk. Give it like that cream taste. Now, heavy cream, I'm sorry, heavy cream. And then just get this mixed up. I'm going to add another half stick butter because I want my biscuits to taste good. Okay. And we need all the flavors to marry together. And then I'm going to let that sit for about 3 minutes on medium. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes and I shut the burner off for right now. I'm going to add about 2 cups of that chicken I was telling you about. And my butter hasn't melted yet, but that's fine. So that's just pure dark meat. We all like dark meat. It seems to taste juicier. Same with turkey dark meat. We love that too. And you can add your, the white meat if you wish. They do have some that's really good sold in the frozen section at your grocery store. And then we're just going to let this cook up a little bit. And we'll be back. Probably about 3 minutes. Have your oven set at 400 degrees. And then I just got these just cheap, great value biscuits. You can make your own. It's very easy to make your own, but it's easier just doing this. So what I'm going to do is drop them in here. And I like dipping them down just a little bit. Dipping them down just a little bit. Let the top stick up. But I want that juice to soak in a little bit. If you want to do like a dumpling, or you can actually cut these up with a pizza cutter and dip them all the way down in there. But this will be like it's almost like a chicken pot pie, but with leftovers. We're just doing leftovers, and stuff that I had to use up in my pantry. So it looks to me like we've got 10 in here. So let's open up another one. I've got another thing here, and if we get leftovers on this, that'll be a good thing, but I doubt it. I love having leftovers. I think food tastes a lot better leftover. And we got another can here, so that'll be like 20 in here. Now if I had the bigger biscuits, I'd probably cut them in half or just quarter them out. Let's see if we have enough to make it even. And these biscuits, I have to use these up too. They're next month, they expire. How many more we got in here? We got 2 more. So we look for a spot. Here we can stick it right here in the middle. And dip them down just a little bit. We'll get that flavor in there. Okay, so we're going to put this in the 400-degree oven for probably 20 minutes. Remember, I did this one pot. So in the oven it goes. I left it on the burner for a little bit to get warmed up. Sorry about my burner. It's a little wet from the pan, but that's fine. So I'm going to put this in for about 20 minutes. And it's in there, uncovered. Okay, there you go, folks. It was in there 20 minutes. And if we can, we'll dish out a plate, and I'll show you guys when it's dished out. All dished up. And I took a little bite of it. Oh my goodness. I got me a nice pile too. Have a great day. God bless.